My fiancée slept with 3 strangers at her bachelorette party, so I vanished silently, and what unfolded next shattered her perfect life beyond repair. Mia and I, both 30, met when we were 24. We were at a mutual friend's birthday party. I remember seeing her across the room laughing at something someone said and thinking she was the most beautiful woman I'd ever seen. She had this infectious energy, the kind that made you want to be around her. By the end of the night, we were sitting on the patio talking about everything: music, movies, travel, dreams, and I was hooked. We started dating a few weeks later and moved in together after a year. Things were great, or at least I thought they were. Sure, Mia liked to party more than I did, but it was never anything extreme, or so I believed. I figured we balanced each other out. I was the grounded one, and she brought the fun. When I proposed last year, I was sure I'd found my forever person. She cried when I asked her, and her answer was an immediate yes. We spent months planning the wedding together, picking out venues, tasting cakes, and arguing about whether to do an open bar. I thought we were building a life together, but apparently, I was wrong. The drama started with a package, a damn package of all things. I wasn't even supposed to be home at that time. My shift ended early, and I figured I'd surprise Mia by coming home and cooking dinner. When I got to the apartment, I saw a small gift bag sitting at the door. It had a glittery tag on it that read, "To the wildest bride-to-be, you deserved every second of it. Love, Tasha." At first, I didn't think much of it. Tasha was Mia's best friend, practically glued to her side since college. I always thought she was a bit over the top, loud, dramatic, and the kind of person who thrived on chaos, but I tolerated her for Mia's sake. They were the fun duo, or at least that's how Mia always described them. Still, something about that note gave me a weird feeling. I brought the bag inside and set it on the kitchen counter, staring at it for a good 5 minutes. My brain kept going back and forth. It's probably nothing, but why does it feel weird? I decided to open it. I told myself it wasn't snooping, it was just curiosity. Besides, it was addressed to Mia but left out in the open like that. Basically an invitation, right? Inside, there were the typical bachelorette party things: a cheap plastic tiara, a bride's last ride sash, and some glittery confetti that spilled everywhere. But then, at the bottom of the bag, there was a pair of men's boxers. Used, not freshly laundered. My stomach turned, but I tried to rationalize it. Maybe it's a gag gift, some kind of stupid joke. Then I saw the flash drive. I don't even know what possessed me to check what was on it. I guess I was already uneasy from the boxers, and something about the way the bag screamed Wild Night wasn't sitting right with me. I plugged it into my laptop and opened the only file on it. The video started off innocently enough. Mia and her friends were sitting in a booth at some club, laughing and cheering. The camera wobbled as it zoomed in on Mia, wearing the tiara and sash. She looked gorgeous, as always, but there was something off about her energy. She wasn't just celebrating, she was on another level, like she didn't have a care in the world. The next clip was where things started to go downhill. Mia was on a stage at what was clearly a strip club, grinding on a male stripper while her friends whooped and hollered. At first, I thought, okay, it's a bachelorette party. Not great, but not the end of the world. But then the camera followed her as she pulled the stripper off stage, giggling and leading him toward a private room. I paused the video, my heart was racing. I told myself not to overreact. Maybe it was just for show, right? Maybe she went in there, had a laugh, and walked out. But I knew better. Deep down, I already knew. The next clip removed all doubt. It showed Mia sitting in a lounge area surrounded by 3 guys. They were laughing, drinking, and flirting, but it didn't stop there. One of them leaned in and kissed her, and she didn't just let him, she kissed him back. Then another guy joined in. By the end of the video, she was leading all 3 of them into what looked like a hotel room. Tasha's voice in the background made it worse. She was laughing and narrating the whole thing. "Mia, you're a legend. Bride of the year." I sat there, staring at the screen, feeling like my chest had been ripped open. This wasn't the woman I'd spent the last 6 years of my life with. This wasn't the Mia who used to fall asleep on my chest while we watched stupid rom-coms. This wasn't the Mia who talked about how excited she was to start a family with me. Mia came home that evening like nothing had happened. She kissed me on the cheek, asked about my day, and went on about how Tasha had the best ideas for wedding decorations. I just nodded and smiled, pretending everything was fine, but inside, I was done. I couldn't even look at her without seeing that video in my head. I felt like an idiot for not seeing it sooner. Had there been signs? Did I miss them? Or was this the first time? I didn't know, and honestly, I didn't care. The woman I thought I was marrying didn't exist anymore. That night, I didn't sleep. I lay awake, staring at the ceiling, replaying the video over and over in my mind. Every laugh, every kiss, every touch felt like a dagger. I wanted to confront her, to yell, to demand answers, but I knew it wouldn't change anything.